My name is Pauline Holbrook. I'm the clinical lead at the Movement Centre. The Movement Centre is a charity providing specialist physiotherapy to children with movement difficulties and trunk control difficulties. We aim to maximise children's potential by allowing them to learn trunk control when it has been interrupted from typically having had an insult to their brain from cerebral palsy, either before birth or during birth or sometimes in the first 2 years of life. The normal development of a child happens with first gaining head control, then trunk control, and progressing further on down. If they have any difficulty through brain damage, they often fail to gain the normal development, and so they can reach the ages of 3 or 4 without having hit the milestones that a normal 12-month-old may have reached. We assess the children that come here to determine what type of difficulty they have. Typically, if we can assess their trunk control, which we do using a specific test called the SATCO, which is a segmental assessment of trunk control, which was devised here at the Movement Centre, we can determine at what level in their trunk they have first shown the difficulties with gaining trunk control. In determining this, we can then design specific equipment which is set up to support them just below the level where they are losing their trunk control, and therefore make the whole process of them gaining that control a much smaller problem for them. They break down the very big deal of not having trunk control into measurable bite-sized steps so that they can learn at each level in turn with the assistance of being put into a standing frame which holds them just up to the point underneath where they need to start learning control. With this, it means that they're in an upright standing position. They can interact with their environment and they can play games and be part of what's happening at school or at home. They can have fun activities, but essentially we're trying to get them to use their body against gravity so that without supporting themselves with hands onto the equipment, hands away will then allow for the trunk muscles to be doing all the work. And with the support of the standing frame up to a point, it means that they are then learning in the free space above the support of the standing frame. As they gain improvement, then the support can be lowered so that the next area is freed up and they can then learn control at that level. It means that the equipment being provided for them at home allows for them to have a therapy session in exactly the right position every day, and it's recommended that it's done for half an hour. And it means that you don't need a therapist to do the therapy for you. In fact, parents or carers can be instructed on how to do it and can reproduce it exactly as it is needed to be done without the expertise or needing to wait for there to be a slot in the physiotherapist's busy schedule. Families are empowered to help their child, and everybody really feels that they are pushing that child's development forward. We are so thrilled to have Sophie Christensen here with us today. She represents so much that resonates with us as a charity and with the group of children that we work with. She herself, suffering with cerebral palsy, has a very clear understanding of the difficulties that face these children, and her approach to life has very definitely been, you can achieve what you want to achieve, even if it means you break it down into smaller, manageable bits. And so you get there step by step, and that is exactly where we're at with targeted training.